Good evening to all. My name is Nigel Charles, and my speech is entitled The Hypocrisy of American Slavery. That speech was delivered by Frederick on the 4th of July, 1852. Fellow citizens, pardon me and allow me to ask, why am I called upon to speak here today? What have I or those who I represent have to do with their national independence? Are the great principle of political freedom and natural justice embodied in that Declaration of Independence extended to us? And am I therefore called upon to bring our humble offering to a national altar and to confess the benefits of your independence to us? Would to God, for your sake and ours, that an affirmative answer be truthfully returned to these questions, then my task will be light and my burden easy and delightful. But such is not the state of the case. I say it with a sad sense of desperity between us. I am not included in your page of this glorious anniversary. Your high independence only reveals the imaginary distance between us. This day in which you rejoice is not enjoyed in common. The 4th of July is yours, not mine. You may rejoice, I must mourn. To drag a man in fetters into the grand illuminated temple of liberty and to call upon him to join you in a joyous anthem was inhumane mockery and sacrilegious irony. Do you mean, citizens, to mock me by asking me to speak today? Above the national tumultuous joy, I hear the mournful wails of millions whose shame heavy and grievous yesterday are today rendered in a more intolerable jubilance that the shout that reaches them. And if I do forget, and if I do not remember those bleeding children of sorrow this day, may my right hand forget how cunning and my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. My subject then, fellow citizens, is American slavery. I will see this day and its popular characteristic from a slave point of view, standing here, identified with American bondman making his wrong minds. I do not hesitate to declare with all my soul that the character and the conduct of this nation never look blacker to me than on this day, the 4th of July. Whether we turn to the declaration of the past or to the profession of the present, the conduct of this nation never seems hideous and revolting. America is false to the past, false to the present, and so only bind herself to be false to the future. Standing with God and the crushed and bleed slaves on this occasion, in the name of humanity, in the name of the Constitution and the Bible, I dare to question the call and to denounce that everything that perpetuates slavery, the great sin and shame of America. I will not excuse. I will use the sovereign's language. I can command, and not yet one word shall escape me, that any man at heart a slaveholder shall not confess to be right and just. Am I to argue that to make men brutes wrong? To beat them with sticks is wrong? To hunt them with dogs? To sunder their family? To burn their flesh? To starve them in obedience and submission to the master? Must I argue the system does mark with stain and with pollution and blood is wrong? No, I will not. So what to American slave is your 4th of July? A day that reveals more than any other day of the year the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is a constant victim. Your rejoicing is a sham. Your songs and praises, your prayers and hymns, your summons and thanksgiving are mere fraud, deception, and hypocrisy. So go, search where you will. Roam to all the monarchies of the old world. Travel to South America. Search out every abuse. And when you found the last one, lay your facts at the side of the everyday practice of this nation. And you will say to me that the revolted barbarity and shameless hypocrisy America reigns without rival. Thank you.